She opens up as a plus 330 underdog against Mayra Bueno Silva, who, let's not forget, lost a pretty decisive loss in her last fight to the beast, man, Manon Fiorot. But then again, Wu Yanan, it's not like she fought somebody who was a slouch in her last one either. She fought Jocelyn Edwards, who's got real pop in her shots, but that's the problem. So does Bueno Silva. So this is like the same fight over again because Jocelyn Edwards had good jiu-jitsu and power in her hands. Mayra Bueno Silva has good jiu-jitsu and power in her hands. There's really no difference between this fight other than Bueno Silva's probably a little, she's got the same frame. If not, she's smaller than Wu Yanan. So I just want to put it like this, brother. There's no prop bets available for this fight right now, but I just want to put it like this. 2 of Mayra Bueno Silva's career losses have come in the UFC, Manon Fiorot and Marina Moroz. 6 of her 7 wins are via finish, 5 submissions, 1 knockout. 6 of those 7 finishes, first round, or 6 of those 7 wins, first round, right? So when she finishes you early. For Wu Yanan, 4 career losses have come against fighters in the UFC or who have eventually entered the UFC. Yana Kunitskaya, Gina Mazzani, Jocelyn Edwards. You got Inawi, I forgot her first name, but either way, high-level competition. This is what it comes down to right here. 8 first-round finishes, 11 of her 12 wins via finish, 6 knockouts, 5 submissions. Finisher versus finisher. How do these styles clash? Who gets the finish? Or if there is one, but who gets the finish and why?
Yeah, man, finisher versus finisher. This is going to be a lot of fun because Mayra Bueno Silva is mean in the cage. Yeah. Very rarely do we have a marauder in the female division, and that's Bueno Silva, bro. She's down to shell up, walk forward, talk some shit, put her tongue out, do the whole like, oh yeah, you can't hit me, or like, oh, shrug it off, like, oh, that's no biggie. She'll stay walking forward, and what I like about that too, she doesn't just say walking forward uncarelessly. She says walking forward and very composed. She sees what's going on. She can get outworked. But in those times, then she's landing power and she's stalking you down. So if you're not able to deal with the pressure of somebody doing that, it's going to be a very long fight, man. And for Wu Yanan, very gritty fighter, very good heart, stiff left hand, but she stays a little bit bouncy, man. A little excessive movement for me. She stays moving with the karate hands. I don't even call them karate hands, man. I don't know what, like Wun Chung, whatever the thing is, man. She stays a little excessive for me. You have to tell me if you feel the same way, Derek, because I saw a little funky shoulder movement, especially out of range. I forget which coach was talking about it, and they were like, or if it was an announcer or whoever, they're like, yeah, she has great movement, but she's out of range. Like, there's no reason to be doing all that stuff. You can't get hit. There's no reason for it. But at the same point, man, Wu Yanan, very dangerous, very good kicks, can get tired. So I think we're going to see something early, man. I think we're going to see an early finish right here. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Silva knockout, just because Silva's very hard to, and I'm not sure if she has been knocked out in her fights, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards Silva doing the finishing, Wu Yanan getting the points, staying agile, staying at distance, and dictating it that way. How do you see it playing out, Derek?
Yeah, brother, I think that on the feet, this could be a little interesting. I think Bueno Silva has a little more pop in her shots with the big overhands and things of that nature. Wu Yanan is going to be a little more down the pipe, right? Try to work those stiff shots, those straight shots, little check hooks, stuff like that. Both of these fighters can get the fight to the ground, but I think Bueno Silva is going to be more of a threat on the ground. So, listen, man, I just got Mayra Bueno Silva. The over and under on this fight appears to be 2.5 rounds. Brother, I think this is going to be a hard-fought decision victory. I don't think she's going to be able to finish Wu Yanan, who in her 15 career fights has only been knocked out once. She's never been finished aside from that. So I'm rocking with the over. I'm going Mayra Bueno Silva, and I just think that this is going to be a little bit too much of a tough test for Wu Yanan, who was fighting a very similar opponent to her last, and she didn't have a lot of success against her. So what do you think?
I agree with you. I'm doing the same, man. Silva by decision. As much as I can see the knockout coming, I'm not predicting it. I'm going Silva by decision.
Gotcha.